New season, new rivals, no limits. WRC is back. Oliver Solberg starts his full-time WRC campaign with Toyota after a career-defining victory in a one-off audition in Estonia last year. The son of 2003 world champion Petter Solberg arrives fresh from winning the WRC2 title and is already tipped to follow in his father's footsteps and become the first second-generation WRC world champion.
What do we have to do to win?
Pushing the limits.
Yeah, exactly.
After a turbulent first stint in the top tier with Hyundai, Oliver has a point to prove. But to achieve the extraordinary, he and co-driver Elliot Edmondson will have to outpace reigning world champion Sébastien Ogier, a resurgent 2024 world champion Thierry Neuville, and the now five-time vice-champion Elfyn Evans.
I always put a lot of pressure on myself, so the goals are always very high, but I don't have any clear expectations of what the results are going to be. I just want to have a clear expectation of that I want to do my job 110%, and then we see how it goes.
Solberg is Toyota's only lineup change for 2026, with Evans, Takamoto Katsuta and Sami Pairi all returning full-time, while Ogier and Vincent Londe will contest 10 of 14 rallies, starting with their home event. Ogier will be looking to replicate a record-breaking 2025 that put him alongside Sébastien Loeb as a 9-time world champion, now seeking to break that tie and become WRC's undisputed greatest ever of all time. His 10th victory in Monte-Carlo last year came off the back of a peerless performance, and the Frenchman begins the 2026 event as the odds-on favourite once again. Ogier has never finished lower than second in WRC machinery here. With Thierry Neuville the only active driver, he's been able to better the Monte Master on the roads where he grew up around the town of Gap. Elfyn Evans and Scott Martin will be on the hunt from the very first stage after narrowly missing out on the 2025 title. They led the standings for most of the season, only to be pipped by Ogier and Londe late on. They were also the only Rally 1 crew to complete every stage last year, underlining both their consistency and Toyota's reliability. Evans hasn't finished off the podium on asphalt since 2023, and if he can find the killer instinct to dethrone Ogier on home turf, this season could be the Welshman's year.
Yeah, looking back on 25, naturally we have definitely some areas that we maybe could have done better. We wouldn't be in the right game if we didn't find some of those places. But on the same hand, it leaves us still hungry to go into 26 and still fight at the sharp end, hopefully. And I'm sure it's going to be another competitive year. We're going to have to be at our best if we want to fight again this year. But of course, that's always the target.
M Sport Ford fields an all-Irish full-time lineup as Josh McAlean and Owen Tracy enter their second Rally 1 season, alongside debutants John Armstrong and Shane Byrne. Armstrong's unconventional journey, from early budget struggles to WRC eSports glory in 2018, led to a role in producing the official WRC game. Virtual success helped propel Armstrong to 2 vice championships in the Junior WRC, before leading M Sport's challenge in the European Rally Championship last year. A WRC2 drive in 2026 was Armstrong's target, but victories in Wales and Croatia were enough to convince team principal Rich Milliner that the 31-year-old had done enough to earn a place in the top tier of rallying.
Yeah, it's definitely a dream come true, that's for sure. Whenever you're younger and getting into the sport, this is where you always want to end up in a top tier WRC car. So yeah, it's great to have this opportunity.
Armstrong hasn't driven at Monte-Carlo before, whereas McAlean's 7th place on his Rally 1 debut is the ideal platform from which to build towards a potential top 5 at this year's edition. Gregoire Munster and Louis Luca will also return for a one-off event, targeting a top 5 at the site of their maiden stage victory last season.
Gregoire Munster's done it! Yes!
Yes! First stage win.
But unlike their teammates, they will be part-time competitors in 2026, with the aim to return in another full-time campaign in 27. Hyundai entered 2025 on a high, with Thierry Neuville and Martin Vidaga sporting number 1. But a season beset by technical issues meant their lone win in Saudi Arabia was a bittersweet finale. With Toyota dominating the manufacturer's fight, the team has regrouped for this season, employing some of WRC's most experienced drivers to help them claim the top spot. Danny Sordo, Esa-Pekka Lappi and Hayden Padden will rotate through Ott Tanak's vacant seat, with former WRC2 champion Padden contesting Monte-Carlo alongside co-driver John Kennard.
Very thankful for the opportunity, and you know, the role that we've got to play is very different to what I was when I was here 8 years ago. You know, back then you're a super competitive young driver, whereas now it's about playing the team game, and that's what we're here to do, is to try and help the team as much as we can. And Monte-Carlo is going to be a big challenge for us. You know, not so much time with the car. Obviously haven't done the rally for a long time, but you're just going to do the best job that we can.
The New Zealanders' mixed surface expertise will be key to securing vital manufacturer points, as Neuville and Adrian Fourmeau set their sights on victory. Fourmeau and Alex Correa impressed here last year with a bold tyre gamble, securing 3rd place. Now with a full year in the i20N under their belts, the pair already have eyes on the top step of the podium at a special event for Fourmeau, who attended Rallye Monte-Carlo as a spectator before realising his dream and making it to the top class of world motorsport. With heritage dating back to 1911, Rallye Monte-Carlo is renowned for its challenging mix of mountain passes, icy roads and unpredictable conditions, with some stages starting on asphalt and finishing on treacherous sheet ice. The service park is located in Gap, and the rally winds through the stunning Alpes Maritime region to cover 340 kilometres of competitive stages, including the iconic switchbacks of Col de Bro and Col de Turini, made famous in Hollywood films. The Monte-Carlo Super Special Stage also returns to the itinerary for the first time since 2008, allowing WRC fans to experience the speed and spectacle of Rally 1 machinery on the famous streets of Monaco. There's nothing else quite like it, so buckle up and join us for the start of what is set to be a very special season.